and girls watching, we're going to talk about another animal today that God made. Now, we have been visiting in a place that is not here where we are right now in Pensacola. Where is that place that we've been visiting, Cyrus?
Australia.
Australia. Do you think you could come and find, let's see who could do that, come and find Australia on my map for me. Angelina, I like how quiet you are sitting waiting patiently. Could you point to it? Did she find it? Yes, she did. Good job. Oh, good job. High five. That is Australia right here on our map. Here is us. This is us right here. We're the United States of America, and it is all the way over here on the other side of the world. Now, look right here. It's got what all around it?
Water.
It does. It has water all around it. Now, remember how we talked about what Australia, sometimes people say Australia is the what? The
Land down under.
Good job. You remembered the land down under. Well, then we learned about some animals in Australia, some funny looking animals, but did God make a mistake?
No.
No, God never makes a mistake. He didn't make a mistake with you. He made us all perfect, and He made each one of these animals perfect too. We learned about this animal right here. What is that animal, Kyla? A kookaburra. And then He made this animal right here that kind of looks like an ostrich, but it's not an ostrich. What is that animal, Jonathan? Do you remember? An not that. Carter.
Emu.
An emu. What is it, class?
Emu.
An emu, that's right. But it resembles very much like the ostrich. It's got very long legs. It's got a big body, so it does not fly like the ostrich does. And then it's got this long neck and its little beak right there and his two eyes. But he is the emu. Now, there's that silly looking one. Cyrus, what is that?
The platypus.
The platypus, that's his favorite. That's right. The platypus, and he's got that funny beak that's like a what?
A bill.
Like, what is a bill?
Shovel.
Yeah, like a shovel. That's right. And then what kind of feet did he have?
Webbed feet.
His webbed feet, so he could be a good swimmer. That's right. And then what is this cute little animal right here, Lucia? Not an emu. This one right here. Do you remember? Let's see if I can get you a helper. Kayla.
A wombat.
A wombat. What is it, class?
A wombat.
A wombat. And remember, he has those really good ears, but something on him is not very good. What is that? His eyes. That's right. His eyes, if you look, yes, they're very teeny tiny. And does he come out during the day or at night?
Nighttime.
At nighttime. And then God also gave him something very special. Something that the kangaroo and the koala bear, or the koala also has. A what?
A pouch.
Yes, a pocket or a pouch, and that they carry their babies in too. And then we did talk about the koala, and God gave the koala something very special. Boys and girls watching, what did God give the koala bear to help them be good climbers? Yes, 2 thumbs. Good job. And then He gave him that great big nose. What does He do with that nose loop? Sniff.
Sniff if they don't like something.
Yes, he can sniff his food, and if he doesn't like it, he just throws those leaves away. What kind of leaves is it that the koala likes to eat? Do you remember that big word?
Eucalyptus.
Eucalyptus. Say it again.
Eucalyptus.
Good job, eucalyptus, and they live in that eucalyptus tree as well. Well, today we're going to talk about another animal that God made that lives in Australia, that comes from Australia. And I have seen these animals before. I've seen them at the zoo. I've never been to Australia, but I have seen these animals very close up at the zoo, and they are really neat animals. So I want to talk to you about today. It's this animal right here. Joseph, do you know what kind of animal this is?
Kangaroo.
It is. It's a kangaroo. So let's look at the kangaroo. I have a picture right here of one. This is a mommy kangaroo. And let's look at it. Let me fold this card, see if we can get it to stay. The kangaroo right here. Now, the kangaroo does have that pouch that we talked about before. The baby will live in that mommy's pouch for about 6 months. How long?
6 months.
6 months, and they will live in there. And in that pouch is where the baby gets all his nutrients, all his food. He can get his mommy's milk from in there and everything that the baby needs for about 6 months. And then after that, they start to want to see the world. And they'll just pick up their head and they'll look around, and then they'll jump right out of the pouch. And then the mommy will show them how to be out in the world and learn how to get their food and things like that. Now, the kangaroo baby, he or she likes to do something that boys and girls like to do. Have you ever done a somersault?
No.
I do not know how to do that.
Well, sometimes it's hard because it's very tricky to do a somersault. But when Mrs. Stewart was a little girl, I used to love to do somersaults. I would do them all the time. I would do them in my house. I would do them at school. Oh, they're so much fun where you just flip your legs over your head and you just go on the floor somersault like this. And it's very fun to do if you do it right and you don't get hurt. Well, they can do somersaults. They can jump and do somersaults. They can kick their big legs. Now look right here. God gave them these great big feet and these great big legs to jump with. And then they have these other legs right here that they can grab, and they almost look like they have arms and feet and hands, don't they? Yeah, it does. But that's their other legs. They're just not as big and strong as these ones right here. And then what do you think that is?
A tail.
A tail. Do you know that it's so strong that they can just lean back on that tail and kick their feet up and kind of sit on that tail? But they do that if they're in danger. If something's trying to attack them, they will kick up those legs and use their legs like this to kick away another animal or somebody that's trying to hurt them. And they can kind of lean on that big thick tail because that tail is so thick and so strong. It's like a big muscle that they can do that with. And then their big legs can get up and punch like this or kick so that they can stay safe. God gave them that ability to do that they can protect themselves that way. Now, if a baby animal, a baby kangaroo, do you know what the baby kangaroo is called? It's called a joey. What is it called? A joey. Now, the joey is a baby kangaroo. What is a joey?
A baby kangaroo.
But in Australia, when the Australians see the kangaroos, they call them roos. They call them roos, the mommy and the babies. They'll just call them roos because they just shorten it. Instead of saying, we would say, hey, there goes a kangaroo. But in Australia, they'll just say, hey, there's a roo. That's what they call them, just roos. Because a friend of mine went over there on a missions trip. Remember we talked about missionaries, how they go to tell people about Jesus? Well, she went over there on a missions trip to tell people in Australia about Jesus, and she got to meet and touch a kangaroo. And she learned from the people over there that took care of kangaroos that they just call them roos. But the baby kangaroo is called a what? A joey. That's right. It's called a joey. Now when the joey gets scared or the joey doesn't like what's going on around him, the joey will do somersaults. He will jump and he will hop really fast. He will jump into his mommy's pouch, but he will jump head first. They jump head first into the pouch, and you will see his legs kicking like this. And then he will do a somersault inside the pouch and put his head back up again. Now you would think the baby kangaroo would be too big to jump in that pouch, and you would think the pouch is too little, but it's not. It is so big. The mommy's pouch is so big that the kangaroo can do that the baby kangaroo, the joey, can just jump right in head first, kick those feet, tuck them under them, do a somersault in the tummy, and come right back up with his little head sticking up. Isn't that neat? Whoa! That is crazy that the kangaroo can do that. But the baby kangaroo could do that, but that's the way God made the mommy kangaroo to have a pouch that big for the baby to be able to do that, to jump inside. Just like mommy protects you when you get scared, maybe at night when you're scared when there's a thunderstorm, maybe mommy will come in and cuddle with you for a little bit, or when you don't feel good. God helps the mommy kangaroo to protect her baby kangaroo. So what does the kangaroo use that big tail for?
So you can sit on it and kick.
Yeah, so he can maybe use it to lean back on it so he can kick it. And you know what? He can run really fast. He can. They kind of like take off running and they hop and they run and they hop and they work really hard because God gave them those big, strong bottom legs right here, or back legs actually, to run really, really hard. And then they have those big ears and they have some little eyes right there, and they are from where? Where are we visiting?
Australia!
Australia, that's right. Oh, it's so much fun learning about all these neat animals. So what are the 3 animals though that we've learned so far that have a pouch? We've learned about the The wombat, the
Kangaroo.
and the
Koala.
yes, isn't it neat that God gave them all pouches so that their babies can be protected with their mommy? Oh, boys and girls, watch. I hope you had fun today learning about the kangaroo. Maybe you've seen kangaroos and gotten to see a baby kangaroo jump into a pocket. That would be fun to see. I've never seen that, but I think it would be neat to watch that baby do a somersault. I hope you have fun learning about all the animals in Australia.